What's good, everybody? This is Bagman Ejay coming back at you again with another video. And in this video, we're going to dive into popular YouTuber and podcaster Anton Daniels, who just shared some interesting perspective on how he feels about stepfathers, right? And it had the female guests triggered, so much so to where the lady behind the camera had to chime in. But before we do that, go ahead and hit the like and subscribe button and the notification bell so you guys can stay up to date when I upload new videos. Let's go.
You're going to be thrown into a very aggressive conversation, just FYI.
Okay.
If you guys are privy to season 1, which I know all of you are because all of you love us so much, you saw that, first off, you would never laugh at me saying all of you love us that much. So, he giggled hard as hell.
Like, is that so hard to believe?
Right, we're lovable people.
I'm broke, please. No.
Anywho, if you guys watched episode season 1, you saw a very controversial conversation about step-parenting, where Anton had a conversation about stepfathers being crash dummies.
Yeah. Step crash dummies.
Step crash dummies is what he likes to call them. Thanks for the correction. Thank you.
It's harsh. It's harsh,
Anton,
man.
can we talk about
Even after rewatching it? You hated
That's an upgrade.
You hated it even after rewatching it?
Yes, because I don't agree with it.
Well, okay, let's talk about the foundation of what
spicy.
he believes, and we'll talk about what we don't agree with. Anton, why is it about why don't you like men being stepfathers?
I don't think that it's a benefit. First of all, if you just frame it, right, and you say, okay, well, this guy, he took care of his business his whole life, and he did the right thing, and he didn't have any children out of wedlock, and he literally had the ability to pick and choose anybody that he wants, right? Why would he go and choose to take care of another man's kid who is at some point going to say, you're not my daddy? Like, why would he ever do that, right? First of all, it removes the responsibility from the woman from choosing the guy that she's supposed to be with in the first place.
Bars. Let's continue.
Because most women have skipped over the man that she was supposed to be with.
Right.
Most of them, right?
Right.
And then on top of that, you then have to go back and forth with another dude that's going to always be tied to her through that kid. Because essentially,
Baby daddy
that
drama.
is marriage,
Right.
right?
Having a baby with somebody?
Yeah, you're married to that woman through the kid because you're never going to be able to detach from each other.
What happens if the daddy not around? Because a lot of be leaving.
She need to go back to her baby daddy.
But then he left.
Well then she gotta wait because that shouldn't be somebody else's. But here's the thing.
So she gotta wait till the baby is grown to date.
That's the stupidest shit I ever heard in my life.
That is not
I ever heard in my
another
life.
dude
It's clear somebody woke up this day and chose violence. As they say, hit dogs go hollow.
whose responsibility. She got to figure that out on her own. Now, if she can finesse a dude
Finesse.
into getting with her and doing it on that time, then that's a whole nother conversation.
I'm so
But
glad
I
we're
don't see
individuals.
I don't
and
see the
everybody has their own
benefit.
opinion.
Nobody
Hold on,
has ever.
Crystal, what you
Nobody
say?
has
So
ever.
glad we're all individuals and everybody has their own opinion. I'm so glad that everybody don't think like you.
Why not?
You'd be surprised. There's a lot of people that think like him, baby girl. They just keep it to themselves because they're not checking for you.
Because
If people thought like me, women would think twice about the man that they chose to have children with.
I don't. So we. This is
I
my
feel
thing.
like at the
I
end of
do-
the day, you never know people's circumstances, what they going through, or what's happening when those babies are being made. I mean, you can say you want to have the best mindset and make the best decisions, but in reality, that's not life.
How, Sway? That's not life? So being responsible with your milk and cookies ain't real life. Right.
So it's like what you're. That's like we in make believe land. What you're saying.
How is that
Real life
make-believe land?
happens. So that world you're talking about is make believe world because that does not happen. Look how many. Not that it's a good thing, but look how many babies are born out of wedlock. Look what's going on in the time that we're in. This is a different time from the past. A lot of times when you guys have those mind frames, you're thinking about how things were so long ago. That's not even a world that we're living in anymore.
You know what? She's right. She's right. Because according to whole culture, being choosy with your milk and cookies is a sin.
That's why we want to make America great again.
We can.
You did not just sit here and say that.
That's why we want to make America great again. Because think about it. The more that we are left up to our own devices and get away from the core of what we're supposed to be doing in the first place, the worse off it gets. The reason why people with more information than we've ever had before continue to go down this dark path, we know for a fact that a child raised in a single parent household has less of an opportunity to be great, more
Facts.
of a probability to need therapy, more likely to go to jail, less likely to go to college, more likely to have debt and be asking the government for student loan forgiveness. We know that that is the pathway more than likely.
You dealing with
I come from
black.
I come from a two-parent household, and I got
you being born black. Period.
What is race? How does race apply to this situation? And stop talking over people. That's rude.
We know
you be born to a two-parent household.
That's nonsense.
That is.
I was born
so
in the hood
true.
like everybody else, and that ain't my circumstance or any of the people that
because
was
you
born
made
with.
it different for yourself.
No, I didn't. It's because I was raised in a two-parent household,
so
even though we were born. But that don't mean nothing. Because I'll go into that in a minute. But
behind the camera,
my point
you
is,
need a microphone. Hold on.
But my point is that even with all of the information and the technology and being able to look in hindsight, y'all still choosing to do it. This is not something that anybody is making y'all do. Y'all choosing to have children.
We're not making them men have babies with a seed. It takes two. It's
not
not just my.
Y'all choosing to do it.
2K, what you
Let me ask her a question. Why would a woman have a child out of wedlock? Why would she choose to
Thank
do
you.
that today?
How about I'm gonna take it back to what I say every time. Like you said, you grew up in a two-parent household. You probably was taught something a totally different way. Imagine being me, born in a household where my mom is a single parent and there are different baby daddies. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
I'm growing up where auntie's doing the same thing. You get what I'm saying? Everybody not married. Everybody not with, not with the person that they had kids with, but then you still find your way. You move through life. You do what you have to do. Let's say you find you a man that loves you for you and love your babies, and you do have kids that are from another man. You feel me? But the situation didn't work. You said because I made a bad decision and had a baby by a guy that decided he wanted to whoop my ass.
You're a victim.
Now I can't find love.
It's always the worst case.
That don't make sense.
That's crazy.
Chulo,
what you say?
So I chose to be a stepfather, pretty much, right?
Right.
Chulo.
It matched my aesthetics, right?
It matched my aesthetics. It's crazy.
That's not second place.
Second place?
That's your aesthetic?
I was a single father, right? I was a single father of a girl. You know what I'm saying? I was a girl dad, so it was a little different, right? I always wanted.
It's different.
I wanted to know what it was to actually raise a man, and all this other thing. So when I actually met the woman that I decided to marry, I was like, okay, cool. She came with a son, and I already understand that it's a two-parent deal. You don't want to be in those situations where I'm with your mama, but little nigga, you on the side.
Yeah.
So it was one of those situations.
You got to kick over a sport like Snoop did. Baby Boy.
So at the same time, her son.
You ain't my
4.
daddy. I hate you.
Her son was 4, and my daughter was 4. So a lot of things matched. You know what I'm saying? A lot of things meshed. I'm like, listen, it'd be dope for my daughter to have somebody to play with, somebody to be around, or whatever the case is. That way it's not, hey, please my child to try to please me.
Yeah.
It's a game in the beginning versus saying, okay, listen, they're gonna get in there, we're gonna see how it really is. Because how kids will start taking their parents' side, the realistic things of whatever the case is.
Now, this is the only condition under which I can condone being a stepdad, but I won't promote it because of the risk involved. Another video for that.
I think that this conversation skips over something that's important. And the important part that it skips over is bringing that step parent into the household can create the household into a two-parent household.
What?
Yeah, that's what
Most
happens.
definitely.
If a single mother gets married, now you're in a two-parent household. And when you have that two-parent household, like you just said, statistically, we know what the numbers look like differently. We don't say the numbers off a two-parent household biologically all the time. It's a two-parent household. So me marrying my husband and him having 2 kids, the kids' experience, he sleep right now, but if I woke his up, he'll tell you his experience with us at our house is going to differ than the experience that he gets at his mom's house with his stepfather.
Randy,
You feel me?
most step kids are package deal. It's kind of like cable, okay? You are the high speed.
I see where he's going with this.
Your child is you are the high speed internet, and your child is the house phone.
Okay.
Okay.
Nobody use the house phone though.
Exactly. He don't like the kids.
Oh my God.
If we got to be honest,
That's a fact.
if we got to be honest, like steps, I hate step stools, step daddies, step mom.
We can tell.
Hey, but you gotta
We can tell, nigga.
Depends on how old the kid is.
Once again, I'm glad people have individual
The
thoughts.
stepdad ain't nothing but the substitute.
He went into that mode of what movie was that one? Dog was like, I hate everything black. I hate
that got a lot to do
because they
with
black.
mama.
I hate piano because they black.
If you
Yeah,
are
let's
out
hear
of
it.
disrespect, you want to get it.
Stepdaddies ain't nothing but the first loser.
Man, old girl on the right had me kind of hot because it's like she wasn't trying to process anything that Anton was saying. As a matter of fact, all she heard was
feelings.
feelings.
Just deflected everything that man was spitting out like she's Wonder Woman. Make it make sense. How did anything he said not make any sense to her? Would she encourage her sons to hop straight into a ready-made family with all these different personalities? But at any rate, how do you guys feel about the whole step-parent thing, right? Do you think it's good? Do you think it's bad? Do you think it's okay for people who already got kids? Or do you think that no matter whether you got kids or not, a stepdad situation shouldn't be for any man who thinks highly of themselves? Because to be honest with you, a lot of people hold that opinion too. At any rate, go ahead, like, comment, and subscribe. Catch you guys on the next video. Chill.